What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Toy Father. It's Monday. It's January 23rd. Happy Lunar New Year to all of you. With me, as always, I got
Cox Create.
Cox Create, the hell of an.
The Green Turbo Ranger tonight, though.
Oh, okay.
Boom,
I like it.
boom.
What's the Green Turbo Ranger's name? Cox
No
Create.
clue.
No,
it's
clue.
I think it's Carlos. Isn't it Carlos?
No idea.
Don't
Well,
remember.
they switched over. I think maybe Adam, but I think Carlos
Yeah.
had it when he went into space.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to get my buddy here. Hold on, one sec. Josh, how you been, man? What's been going
Good.
on?
Just working, playing with toys. A lot of new ventures on the horizon. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about that. Maybe we won't. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you can talk about it right now. What do you want? Like, what have you been up to? What have you been
Well,
thinking?
Let's put the other guy that's in the.
Yeah. Can you put him in? Because something's wrong with my.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah, put him in. There you go. What's up? Why don't you talk about just a little bit? Well, let me do the other intros. We got Toy Addict. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing peachy. How you guys doing?
Good. And I have to say, every time, I swear, there's something new in your background. You're hanging up something different. You're saying you're not, but you definitely.
I'm really not. This is the same spot. So I gotta have
issue
to
is that Chris is just not that observant.
It's the same.
I think my wife said something about that and how I don't listen about detail. I don't know. She said something, but it was a joke, guys. Thank you. How you been doing, Danny?
I've been all right. I've been chilling, just enjoying the toys, enjoying the toy community, just enjoying life.
Good, man. Yeah, you had your birthday last week. Happy birthday!
Yes, I did. I had my birthday on Tuesday of last week, and it was great.
And you had a nice toy photographer get together over the weekend.
Yeah. So super cool. If nobody knows Super Cool, go check his YouTube out. He has really good content. He put together this big old itinerary for me and Blitzfigs from Pig Bar. So for us, because our birthdays, it was me, Unworthy, and Blitz, but me and Blitz are near each other. So they put this whole itinerary for us to just go out, have drinks, and go hunting. So that's what we did, and had a good time.
Yeah.
I was surprised by a certain someone. I'm not going to mention his name unless that person ever gave me permission to. But I was surprised when I went to Chubsy's and I was gifted a gift certificate. So I was able to buy something, and it was very kind of that person. I'm very, very grateful, and I'm thankful. So that person they know who they are. So thank you so much. So,
That's so nice.
I'm not super humble. You can just say thank you.
Well, all right. Well, I don't like to put people out because I don't know. Well, No Chewa surprised me with her gift certificate. I went in and they thank you
so nice.
Yeah, so I went in and it was funny because they Mrs. Chubsy and Chubsy Wubsy, they're freaking amazing. You guys already know this. And so I they were there and she was like, well, you were gifted a gift certificate, surprise. So they surprised me and I was like, for real? From whom? So they didn't say who it was until after they told me in the end. So No Chewa, and thank you so much, dude. It went to a good cause. So I appreciate that. That was a big surprise, though. Very grateful.
I thought you were joking. I was like,
No.
I thought No Chewing was joking. It's like
no.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I thought Chubsy and them were joking too until they mentioned it. I was like, wait, I got a what? And I can tell you, it couldn't have worked out a better time. There was this item I was looking at on his website, and I got it for a hell of a price. So No Chewing, thank you so much. I will definitely shout you out when I take that photo.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, speaking of which, No Chewing.
You used your money to buy that Chucky figure, right?
Yeah.
Can't wait to be horrified every time I look at one.
You caused this.
Both Chucky figures. I was like, oh god, more Chucky. No Chewing. How you been, man?
I've been good. Happy Monday, all.
Happy Monday. What have you been up to?
Nothing really. Just it snowed today. I had a quiet weekend with the kids. Chinese New Year was yesterday. Spent the day, it was only like an hour, but I spent a portion just building Legos with the kids. My father-in-law got me a Chinese New Year Lego set, and it was a family build, which I didn't know what that meant. So when I opened it up, it was like 6 bags, 6 individual instructions on how to build each bag. So it wasn't like we had to wait for each other or take turns. It was perfect because my kids,
nice.
they're lovely. They're not great
That's
about
cool.
taking turns. And we just had a nice hour building Legos. It was very peaceful.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you showed us some of those pictures. Those were really neat builds too.
Also
Yeah.
got a ridiculous amount of Chinese food, and everyone in my family got overfilled and like hunch mode. Like, oh, why did I eat 6 plates?
Definitely Chinese for at least in my household, Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year is all about eating a lot of food and then regretting everything afterwards. all the food choices. So Cox J, do you want to talk about a little bit of what you were talking about in terms of just?
We went through all of us that are here. Let's go through the chat first and see who's all here.
All right, let's do it.
First up, we got 1-6 shooter in the house.
1-6 shooter.
What's up, man? Rare appearance. He has a show starting soon.
I know.
Tenio Toys
Hey Tenio.
and Maz's Toy Box.
Mott's Toy Box. Check him out on YouTube. He's got a great YouTube channel too.
Yeah, it's a
He
Tuesday
won
show.
He won the giveaway also.
That's right.
Nice.
And he was featured last week on Top 10.
Mm-hmm.
We got Samurai Chris in here. Hank Shaw,
What's up, Hank?
Donald Glover.
Donald Dover.
Oh, Dover.
Donald Glover.
That'd be amazing.
I was like, we got Donald Glover?
We made it.
Childish Gambino. Dead Man 1. We got D Blake in.
D Blake. Check out D Blake Makes and his
Oh,
signs.
look, Maz got the Spartan today. So
Oh,
good
nice. Get the free
deal.
giveaway
Perfect
today.
timing.
That's awesome.
1 week shipping. There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
We got Midnight Stars custom action figures. in the house.
Midnight.
Blitz Figs.
Hey, Blitzfix.
Whip on.
We got Jace.
Hey, what's up,
Mignola,
Chase?
Yimbo.
believe Jace's story.
Reverse Zero. Machu Toy. Happy birthday, Toy Addict.
Machu.
Thank you.
Luis Diaz Jr.
Ah.
And that's it for right now.
All right. Hey, thanks all for joining us. Really appreciate it. For those of you who are just joining us and you haven't subscribed, all we ask is that you just press that subscribe button, press that like button, and contribute in the chat. It gets us going. We really are really excited because last week we were at 200 subscribers. We did a giveaway. We had Sir Dork. It was amazing. It was a celebration.
Mhm.
Now we have like we added 22 more subscribers or 21 more subscribers. We have 220 something, and it's incredible, the growth and the love that all of you have been showing us, and we really appreciate it. So keep it going. We're going to keep this train running. We're going to get to 1,000. We're going to get to 2,000. We're going to get to 40,000 at some point. So
Make sure
with all your help, we're really excited.
Do like Hank
Hank,
Thank you,
awesome.
Hank.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
and Jace. Same.
Thank
And
you, sir.
Jace, awesome.
We appreciate it. It's free.
It's free. Yeah, we just asked you just to click a button. So some plugs for today. No Chewing, do you want to plug TCP?
Yeah, this Wednesday, we will be going live again. No guests this week, but the return of Toy Father. He missed the last couple, but he'll be back, and we're going to do it live again. We're going to go through the top 10 as voted by the Toy Pit community. It was a great show last couple of weeks that we've been doing it live, and we want to continue it.
And I've been missing it, and I've been missing you guys, so I'm really excited to get back
Yes,
on.
he will be hosting, and I'm just going to be man the chair.
The man in the chair. Yes.
I want to be the Ned.
You are the Ned. All right. Anything else we want to plug? I know Toy Addict, you have you have everything up here. You know, everyone you want to thank, everyone you want to plug.
Well, Toy Addict's got something later this week.
I got I got a lot this week. So I will be on the Pick Bar. We're gonna do a Rowdy Boys takeover. Clintastic for myself, Unworthy, and AB. We're gonna be hosting. Just appreciating photos, appreciating just new photographers. So I chose a lot of new people that I've never seen before. So I'm happy to do that. And then on Sunday I'll be on Lazy Boys, just hanging out, just spreading my positivity to the world, and running for president. I think in a lazy way, the best way I could do it. And then February, Black and Wednesdays, and with a hint of red. I'm excited for that. The hint of red, and I'm excited for it. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Again, thank you to everybody that's supporting, and everybody's gonna participate. And if you can, it's not a mandatory thing. You can if you want to, if you have the time. It'll be greatly. I mean, again, I just loved how much of an outpouring it was last time, and how many people kind of had some great shots. And I mean, again, I just love the support, and it's exciting, and it's really something not for me too. Just I like to challenge myself sometimes, so I'm excited for that. Other than
challenge, man, it really was.
I appreciate it. So other than that, Yimbo on Sundays also. So,
that's right.
Of course, Yimbo.
Showing everybody some love. Yimbo on Sundays. Check his stream out, and then Machu Toys Between Two Sentinels. I believe they are on one.
Wednesdays at 8:00 as well.
Hey,
Wednesdays at 8:00.
Yeah, can you just explain again what Black and Wednesdays is?
So I'll briefly do it. So Black and Wednesdays basically is for the whole month of February. Prior to this, I did a Black and Wednesday where for a whole month, every Wednesday, you only did a black and white shot. And it could be any line of toys. It would just had to be a black and white, and you would use the hashtag TA_ Black and Wednesdays, Toy Addict _ Black and Wednesdays. For the month of February, it's the same thing, but we're adding red. So it would be every Wednesday, same hashtag, Toy Addict _ Black and Wednesdays, but you can add red. It's got to have a hint of red in your photo. So every Wednesday it would be black or white. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense.
Makes total sense. Thank you for the clarification.
One more thing, because you mentioned Yimbo's show on Sunday, he's approaching his 500th sub. So he's 4 short. So if anyone out there that isn't subbing his page, feel free to show him some love. And one last plug for the top 10 that I forgot. We have a secret hashtag every week. We don't announce it on IG, but there's a secret hashtag. Last week was in honor of our guests, Jay Shot and Machu Toy. So if you want for the chance to be featured on the Toy Pick Community IG and as well on the show, it's hashtag TPC _ Between Two Sentinels. 2's a number.
Okay. Yeah, 2 the number. Yes. Do you want hold on. Actually, you're not in the chat, right? I'll try to type it in at some point. We'll get that in that hashtag, but check it out. Check out the hashtag. That's what's really cool about TPC Top 10. We have secret hashtags. Check them out. It happens right in the middle of the show.
We're the speakeasy of the Toy Pick community.
Yeah, we're whatever No Chewing has in his head for a plug. So awesome. Can't wait for that. All right, everyone. Well, some of you here for our guests, and he's been waiting long enough. So our next guest, he's a customizer. In fact, he's one of the more well-known customizers in the Mythic Legion community. He makes incredible scaled weapons, head sculpts, helms, you name it, and he probably has made it. I had the pleasure of meeting him in person at New Jersey Toy Con. It was only for a brief moment, but man, he was such a nice dude. We've been waiting long enough for this guy, so let's welcome on Detour Customs. What's up, Steph?
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? What's cooking?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Danny, what's up? Happy belated birthday, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Steph, it's so good to see you. It's so good to have you. Thank you for joining on the pre-show with us. It's great to have you on.
It's an honor. I mean, to be amongst such fine gentlemen such as yourselves. I mean, I'm humble.
Stop.
Thanks for having me.
Stop it.
You obviously have not watched the show.
I was liking that. Go ahead, keep going. I like that.
So, Steph, where are you right now? Is that a garage?
I am in the garage / the workspace. it's the only place I could get away from the baby. So, so yeah, this is where I do all my work. I got the printers in the back. I got my legions here, and this is the Fortress of Solitude minus the ice.
Is it insulated? Does it get cold?
I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty comfortable. I can maneuver.
Nice.
So, not too bad.
That's awesome. All right. Well, in order to get discussion going, I always have some sort of discussion question. And so the discussion question is: many of us have bought props, custom soft goods. I just recently bought something for my Conchu Build-A-Figure. When you're looking for custom props for your figures, what are you looking for when building or buying your custom props? What exactly are you looking for? Like, it could be something specific. It could be something for a specific figure. It could also be something from a specific customizer. So if you want to think about it, Steph, like I'm going to ask these guys first, but
yeah, I'm good to go on the answer. So
go ahead.
It's no secret that we often buy the same toys. We all have the same exact thing in our collections, and it could get bland sometimes. So the whole idea behind getting these custom pieces is to set your toys apart. Maybe do some storytelling. And for me, what I usually go for when I go for an additional prop or an accessory, I look for what's dynamic. So our toys are static. These are inanimate objects. You want to add things that give it zest, flavor. It has this mimicking movement to it. So wired capes, flowing hair, head sculpts, facial expressions that just speak to you and actually give you a sense of dialogue when these toys are essentially just not saying anything. This guy hasn't said anything since I bought him, but I bet you if I get a unique head sculpt with a grimace or a smile, then it kind of brings these toys to life. So I think that's, for me at least, what I actually go for when I look for additional things to spruce up the toys.
Wow. Well, who wants to go after that one? That was a great answer.
Yeah, right.
Well, I know that when I'm looking for something, it's not too far off from what you're saying. Something that's dynamic, but something that sets my figure apart from others. So, in something that makes it just that much better, right? I think we're all looking for a custom accessory, head sculpt, or even a suit, whatever it might be, that makes your figure that much better. And it might be that for just recently, I showed it on our pre-show. I don't have it on me right now, of course. The adult Mafex Miles, for me, something was missing from it, and it was the head sculpt. So I got PVC Bake Shop, made me a custom head sculpt, and man, I love that figure to death. It might be one of my favorite Spider-Man figures, like one of my favorites now, and it's fantastic. And it's just because of a custom head sculpt.
It's a simple change in expression, and it makes all the difference.
Expression or even details, like yeah. Danny?
Just basically the same. I collect only horror toys, so a lot of like the props and like dials that I get are basically set revolving around whatever the theme is. So everything has to be like dark and like abandoned and just just to give you that feel of like, again, I'm big on movie posters and I'm big on like movie stills, and I love like just reminiscing and even watching movies and looking at the scenes and stuff. So I usually like to get things that kind of just resemble, either it's close to it or resemble like a scene or something where I could just take those shots. So again, it's just basically what Steph said, just basically something just to tell a story. And anything, I mean, whatever, I just for me it's always like the lighting. The lighting is just like the biggest thing for me. So I find myself buying more lights than I do props sometimes, because it's like that does a lot. Like, I don't know for you guys, but like the lighting is like very important for me when it comes to like horror shots. I mean, it's not a lot of lighting, but I like to set things up in a certain way. So that's for me. It's very simple.
How about you, Josh?
It changes the dynamic. It gives more flair to what would be something boring. Like Like I have that Diamond Select Crow. It didn't come with any jacket or anything, so I bought a soft goods with the wire trench coat for him. And I just recently did a couple photos, and a couple people thought it was the Mezco just from the coat.
I thought
it was
yeah,
the
I did.
Mezco one.
I thought it was.
I knew it was the Diamond Select, but I didn't realize that you bought a trench coat for it. Yeah, it looks great.
I didn't buy the trench coat for that. I bought the trench coat for this shitty third-party Punisher figure I got. It turned out I didn't really like it, so I tried to do the trench coat, and it still didn't like it, so I just had it sitting around. And then I got that Crow, and I was like, he doesn't have a jacket. There we go.
It looked great.
Yeah, it totally changes the figure.
Oh, dude, I just looked at it on Instagram. Jeez, it's on par with the Mezco.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It covers up because like that, the diamond, the neck is really long on it. So that coat helps shorten the neck and makes him look a lot better, you know? So yeah, it's just a little thing, just something like that. Even if you got just like a little, I don't know, cloth good, like scarf or something like that with a wire in it, you can totally change a figure's expression or what you want them to do. It manipulates, okay, there's wind or, something's going on. He's jumping or, it helps. Whereas like plastic is pretty stagnant. Yeah.
Damn, I really thought that was a Mezco too.
Yeah, I thought so. You tricked me.
And half the price. Incredible.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, look at that one.
Yeah.
That looks good. Wow.
And as much as I love Diamond Select, they're hard to pull sometimes, and you killed it, man.
Yeah.
It took a while to get him to stand like that.
That's great, though.
I love that.
We got RoboCop on the keys in the back.
Dan's a great tune to put onto it too. No chewing. How about yourself?
I feel like I don't have a lot of accessories. I just just started to buy more of it in the past maybe 4 months or so. For dios, I tend to just think about what's cool. If I go back to Toy Con and I was at Lone Wolf's table, I just started to it felt like a a dim sum cart that just went by. I was like, I'll take that and that and that and that. Oh, is that a chair? Cool. I want that too. Is that the Cantina bar? I can do something with that.
That's so true.
And I feel like I'm just fairly new to actually putting a lot of stuff into my shots. But it's building up. I think the only real accessory that I bought was the 5K soft goods for Miles. Yeah. And just took a fantastic figure and made it even better.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't open up this Miles until recently because I had some sort of silly weight goal associated with it. So I had these soft goods on the Legends first Miles Morales, and it made that figure look 10 times better. So
yeah,
I'm with you. It's the essence, whatever makes it stand out better.
And to the point of what we were saying about Josh's mistaking that Diamond Select for the Mezco one, people were mistaking that shot of Miles in the soft goods for the Sentinel one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For you, no chewing.
Yeah, and I always think about that Miles with the soft goods was my pocket fig. I don't think this is gonna be a pocket fig for me, so I might take off the soft goods.
Yeah.
I don't want to carry this in my inside jacket pocket.
Yeah.
The anxiety, oh my gosh.
Can you imagine the headphones just end of the day, you're oh crap,
you're done.
Headphones? Where's the headphones?
You're like, is it in? Did I drop it on the street? Did I drop it in the grass? I don't know.
Go on eBay, pay $60 for them.
Yeah.
I have an SHR figures Ant-Man, and I did a shot where I'm raking him up, I was raking leaves, and I did a shot of him swimming through leaves, and I picked him up, and then I said, "Oh my God, he's missing his kneecap."
Oh.
And so luckily it was just sitting right on top of the leaf, and I was so lucky.
I would save money to see you go through all those leaves.
Just tear apart the bags.
You got kids, just send them on a mission.
Well, everyone, we're about to go on a journey of getting to know Steph, getting to know Detour Customs. So if you have any questions while we're asking him questions, please put them in the chat. Josh is going to star them. We're going to get to them eventually.
Yep.
But please, anything you want to know about Detour Customs, that'd be great. Now, Detour, Steph, we always like to start with the origin story. What is Detour Customs origin story into toys, and why? And the whole point of Toy Talk is really how toys bring us all together, how toys bring us together as a community. Whether it's toy photography, in this case, it's making customs and accessories. But how did you get into the toy? What is your toy origin?
So Brooklyn, back in the day, 1993.
Love it, love it.
Even as a kid, we would collect, the typical superhero. I was big into Ninja Turtles, still am. So I'd get the old Playmates. I'd get, the old Toy Biz, Marvel characters, and you'd get these toys, and it's like, this is great, and you're playing with your friends, like, this is awesome. But you'll always ask yourself the question, what if? What if I do this? What if I do that? You just got them in the bathtub with you, doing all sorts of stuff. So I would start off with pipe cleaners as a kid, making little stick figures out of pipe cleaners and different characters, and kind of like my own little universe where you didn't have the variety or the money because you're a kid, you can't pay for anything, so you make your own stuff. And it just kind of evolved throughout the years. Pipe cleaners became steel gauge wire. Steel gauge wire gave way to air dry and clay. Air dry and clay gave way to two-part epoxy, and two-part epoxy gave way to 3D printing, where I'm at now. And it's just the culmination of all of these things, this creative process to kind of not just create your own world, but augment the things that you have already. So it's just been this creative journey of growth. And I would say, during my like early 20s, I wasn't collecting anything at all. It wasn't up until you start getting more established, steady, that you say, "Hey, I'm going to Toys R Us and I'm going to buy an action figure," and nobody can tell me nothing. So that's how it began. So now you start collecting in mass. So you got all these toys now. Now you have the means, you have the time, the freedom to actually create something, and not just that, joining the community and being amongst like-minded individuals. It's like this catalyst. The creative process it grows exponentially. You start feeding off each other. You post something, like everybody's hyping you up and like yeah, we're gonna do some more, and then you just kind of share ideas, and you compare, contrast toys, and like, hey, there's a sale on this, and like, oh man, I'm about to go buy a bunch of these, and now you just have this community that we feed each other, and we're each other's nourishment in terms of our creative process and just building. And to be quite honest, I don't think I'd be at this point without guys like you in the community, kind of encouraging and sharing feedback and just having a genuine interest in what this guy does. I could have just been this garage by myself, just talking to the wall, playing with toys, but here I am talking with you gentlemen in this illustrious community in the chat, and it's great on a Monday night. Who said Monday is over? So that's where we're at.
We're all in different states, with the exception
Yeah.
of No Chewing and I.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's crazy. So were you always a collector, or so you turned into a collector in your 20s? Is that what you're saying?
I was always a collector, but I didn't start buying more figures until much later. So I had my collection from when I was a kid. I just kept it intact. Just like most of us, they collect them in bins and just can't throw them out because they have that nostalgic quality. So I had all my Ninja Turtles, all of my old G.I. Joe Extremes, old 5-point Power Ranger stuff, you name it.
So what was like the first figure you bought in that Toys R Us run?
It was it was crazy. It was the Pizza Spidey.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was back then when Toys R Us was just in that weird transition phase. I had been going to get my godson a gift, and I saw it. I'm like, I'm gonna grab that. see what it's all about. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. You start messing with articulation, and that's when you fall into the eBay wormhole. So it's like, wow, let's go on eBay and see what kind of deals I can get on this rather expensive hobby. And you see people selling lots, selling things loose, some things with no heads. It's like, okay, I'll buy that. I bought this eBay lot of 3 3/4 Marvel Legends figures, and what was it? The Infinity series? I forget what the nomenclature was, but I bought like 20 of them. I just started going to town, started customizing. One of the first things I made was this Iceman out of a Wonder Man body, and I was like, the power of transformation. I felt like an alchemist. I was like, wow, look what I can do. It felt great. I was like, man, yeah, eBay is a wallet killer indeed. Even now, as evil as it's become, I still browse every once in a while to see if I could find a good deal, you know.
I was just on it last night.
Yeah.
So before we get into questions from, like, we usually go around each host and we do some questions. I do want to ask, because you haven't gotten into this part yet. How did you get into Mythics, and how did you become a Mythic customizer?
So I've always been fascinated with the medieval theme. I think that's always been where my heart really was. But growing up, you really didn't see too many toys that kind of paid homage to that genre, with the exception of things that were more expensive. So you just weren't exposed to. You go to Toys R Us, you don't see that kind of stuff. So I would say when I first started collecting again years ago, again, eBay. I go on eBay after the Four Horsemen released their first Kickstarter, and I see a Sir Ignatius, which is the pearlescent white knight with the winged helmet, Grail for most people. I picked it up for $50. I'm like, wow, let me give this line a shot, you know. So I get the figure. I'm like, holy cow! So immediately the next Kickstarter, Coliseum, jumped right in, and I've been pre-ordering on every one ever since. It's such a great toy company. They run by incredible individuals, but you know the figures have infinite customizing capability. You know, a lot of pop and swap. You know, they're nice and hefty. They could take a hit. You know, I'd buy like a Mythic Legion and not worry about it kind of crapping out on me. But if I bought like a Mafex, I'm like, don't break it.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
But with the Mythic Legion, you know, these things can take. I mean, look at this ogre right here. This thing can take a hit. You can throw this thing halfway across the room, and it'll get right back up on its feet and work just fine. You know, I gotta say, it's the sculpting, you know, the incredible details for the figures that are not Legion builders. The paint is incredible, and again, just having access to these are exactly what I've been waiting for years, and we finally got them, and I couldn't be happier. Not just that, you know, they're affordable when you don't buy them on the aftermarket. So definitely jump on those pre-orders.
So true. They're affordable when you jump on the pre-orders. So we like to go to like every host, and we like jump around for questions, get your time with our guest. Danny, do you want to start?
Yeah. So welcome to the show. I wanted my first question, because I had to type this up and I made sure I had them. So
you said you typed them up? Yeah, bro.
Good job.
Proud typing them up. Yeah, whatever. But first question. Well, actually, this is actually not. I'm gonna skip one of them. But this question is: you said you were into the medieval, you know, kind of style of things. That's what really brought you into Mythic. So, like, I'm a big movie buff. So, did you grow up watching medieval movies? If so, which movies were like your top movies growing up?
The ones I was allowed to watch as a kid, it was a movie called Legend with Tom Cruise.
I remember that.
With the big evil, what they refer to as the darkness, but it was the evil big Tim Curry guy with the horns. Mm-hmm. Legend was incredible. Another one was Willow.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And as a kid, you know, I'd catch the reruns on Channel 11. So it was like, wow, this is cool, swords. Man, this is awesome. So, you know, I'll get like my mom's dry cleaning, and it would come with like the hangers with the little paper dowel. So I was like, yeah, this is my sword now. Like, man, put on the key. and that's actually what's cool is magic and swords and even growing up watching cartoons. Gargoyles was like my even till now. Like I watch Gargoyles right now. It's such a great series, and it kind of captured all of that too. So
Are you collecting the NECA gargoyles?
absolutely incredible.
Are you customizing the NECA gargoyles yet?
Wings.
Not yet. I'm kind of working on getting some designing some grip hands so they can hold weapons. Because at the moment, with the exception of Hudson, none of them can hold anything. So working on that, and then I've got like 4 Goliaths that I'm just kind of waiting on to chop up and get going.
Oh,
How are you
man.
doing with like the wings? Because when I purchased the Goliath, he was like super hard to stand because the wings were like super like top heavy. So
Yeah,
how do you manage to
with
like?
the wings, I use the tail to offset it.
Okay.
If I find that if you display the wings as high up as you can, like he's just waking up from his slumber and he's kind of just stretching out. It kind of messes with the center of gravity and he's able to stand. But if you have him low,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. And if you have just a reminder, get your questions that we've been starring them for Steph. Anything else, Danny?
Yeah. Last question is, you love Mythics? What is a dream figure that you want Mythic Legions to make that it's going to be like your day one now. You said you're collecting them all now, but that one is going to be the one that you might even buy. You might even do like I do sometimes, because when the Friday the 13th Part 7 Jason came out, I bought like 5, 6 of them because that's my favorite. That was my favorite one. I like Army Build them.
Yes,
he's great. I love that figure, and it's like one of my favorite figures. So, what is that figure from Mythics, or even any other line that you like? That let's stick to Mythics. What is the figure that if Mythic makes, you'll probably consider buying 3 or 6 , maybe?
Sir Detorius.
I'm just about to say that. I was just about to say that.
Aside from
You know me too well.
My own figure, it would have to be a King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table theme. Give me Arthur and give me Galahad, Lancelot. Give me a Green Knight. I think, especially now with their figure obscura kind of line designation, it's possible that can happen. But I mean, this would be Grail. I'd buy one for me, for my son, my mama. Buy one for me. I mean, I would go
Barbie Bills.
I would love to see that image. Mama, here's a Lancelot. For you.
Yeah, that'd be it. It would be a King Arthur, because that opens up the doors for like a Merlin, for like tons of stuff. Oh god,
you said that, and all I could think about is like Braveheart. Like all I could think of is a figure like wasn't
William Wallace.
yes, the William Wallace figure, like with the blue and everything. That would be dope.
Oh, that would be dope.
Incredible, man. Oh
gosh. Anything else, Danny?
No.
Those are good questions.
Those are that last question I had on. The other one, I'll just whatever. It's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Those are good. No chewing. How about yourself?
Steph, you mentioned that you have bins of childhood toys. You still have them, or maybe not. You made a face. Maybe you don't. But what was your favorite toy growing up? So and do you still have it?
Yes, my number one favorite toy growing up was Sewer Samurai Leo.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Gosh, I had gotten a second one off eBay just because I was like, I need another one because you can't find these things anymore. And
are you gonna get the Super 7 one?
I have 2 of the Super 7.
All right, nice.
It was a no brainer. I saw Super 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I cannot believe they are doing this.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm like, my eyes welled up with tears, man. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is like a dream come true, man. I would never in a million years would have thought that I would add a scale replica of something that I had growing up, and they did such an outstanding job with that figure too. It's like my favorite turtle, my favorite samurai theme for the turtles. Oh, hit it right on the head.
Yeah, I had that one growing up too. It was an amazing figure.
So good.
I love that one and the Spy Donatello. where
Yeah.
you got the briefcase full of
Yeah.
stuff.
That was good.
My
Yeah.
favorite was the clown Mikey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clown Mikey was good.
Was it Space Raph? Was Space Raph?
Yeah, he was like an
What?
astronaut. Yeah, he was like
dude.
yeah, he was an astronaut.
Wow,
Was it? I mean, I always loved Metalhead too. Metalhead reminded me of the samurai because of that gold medal that was coming off of it. But yeah, that's a good one.
And my other question, I actually met you at ChrisCon over the summer, and it was the first time, and it was very brief because I was just staring at your wares on the table, being like, should I touch this? If I touch it, will I accidentally break it? Because I don't know. It was my first time getting into Mythic. Like I had me and Toy Father ordered a couple army. I think I got the Black Knight and the Templar. Actually, I think we both got the same two.
Yeah.
But at ChrisCon, I met Jeremy and I bought like 6 or 7 figures. I sent 2 figures over to Josh, and then I also saw your table. So I'm like, oh my god, am I falling deeper into Mythic on this day? I was already above $300 for myself. And so my question is,
And then you went to New Jersey Con.
and then I went, I got enabled by more people. But it was just like, you should buy that.
Yeah.
At ChrisCon, there was only one person being like, you should buy that. But your table had like all these cool weapons. The thing that captured that I kept looking at was the chain sword, the whip sword thing. So my question to you is like, what inspires some of these like weapons that you end up customizing and selling?
So aside from envisioning maximum damage in the most violent way possible, I played like games like Soul Calibur, which is one of the inspirations for that chain sword. Just growing up in these cartoon villains, right? A lot of people, we gravitate around the heroes, but I think the villains are the real draw. These heroes are kind of bland, but villains always have like the coolest stuff. Look at Decepticons. They're jets and tanks. Meanwhile, they're fighting ambulances and fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darth Vader. He had the cool suit. He had the red lightsaber. When you look at Luke Skywalker, it's a farm boy that found a lightsaber one day.
Yeah. Let's talk about Anakin, who's badass, led armies, and so it's the villains inspire me design wise, and I always look for sharp, dynamic designs and edges and just things that you don't normally see. And I kind of like to push the envelope a little bit and what's possible and what's not. So just to kind of give a different flavor, some a little different. So I freestyle a lot too. So I don't follow a conventional path when I'm designing things. I just kind of just go whatever feels great and see what happens.
Any sneak peek into what's to come this year? Do you have like a weapon in mind that is villainous and it's coming soon and you can tease?
So nothing I can show, but over the past year, I my son was born, so I took a pretty much all of 2022 off, with the exception of the stuff I did with Lady Tank, the bulls, which each of them have their own weapons. So check out ldytnk.com and you'll see all of those weapons that are available. 7 different weapons, 7 different bulls, 2 ogre size. It's available. Check that out. But I didn't really do much in the way of detail customs last year. I had tons of stuff designed, just not released. Like for instance, I had this whole weapons team planned for Legion's Con, but the time just wasn't there in between diapers and bottles. So you prioritize, and as much as we want to create, you got to take care of the babies first. But I mainly print resin, but I picked up a FDM printer last year, and I've been working on siege weapons, so catapults, ballista, rams, things like that, where more or less have a vehicle instead of just your standard weapon. So printing and designing in bigger scale and kind of really changing the way we display and engage with figures. You guys remember, growing up, seeing the toy commercials and maybe like some action station, like the G.I. Joe, like with rockets, and you're shooting other figures, and the kid is ecstatic. He's like super excited, like, wow, yeah, he just destroyed him. Like, that's what I kind of want to bring, but on the adult scale and kind of change the game a little bit. So you guys will see that real soon. So,
that's awesome.
I can't wait.
And then I always like to ask this thing. What's the one thing that you've made in the past that you'll never do again because it was just a pain?
So as much as I love doing medieval things because it just comes natural to me, but anything uh, precisely replicated, I struggle with because I always feel like I have to put my own flair on it, and it's really frustrating to have to do things exactly as let's say a recipe kind of command. I remember one time I was doing what's that? You guys play Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Metal Gear.
What's the Fox character? But
The
anyway,
what?
what's the name of the character with the blue and the orange?
Oh, yeah, he's like a ninja or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Ninja. So I had gotten a commission to do that. Okay, I'll take the commission and try it. And I'm doing this thing, and I'm like, I don't want to customize anymore. I'm tired. Like it got really frustrating because I felt like I didn't have the creative input. I felt like I was doing a job, and it wasn't fun. So I think anything that kind of robs me of creative freedom, I'll just take it all together.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Now, Josh, I know you had some questions. I was just going to go through his stream while you asked the questions from the chat and questions for yourself.
I got one for myself. How do you get over the fear of going past the point of no return when customizing like 50, 60? Some of these end up being worth hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
How do you get over that hurdle when you're starting to like really get into these figs?
That's a good question.
For me, I tend to buy multiples to kind of relieve myself of that anxiety. So if I have like a really good figure, I'll like convince myself to buy multiple just in case I get some QC issues, some breakage, or if I just want to, customize one and leave one just for the display. So I've had situations where I've had $100 figures, $200 figures just crap out on me, and chances are I've had multiple, or I'll kind of resign myself to not even touch those real level figures in the first place. I'll find something similar, which is why Mythics is so appealing because the bucks are the same. You can't go wrong with buying $22 Legion build because it's the same mold as, let's say, the $50 figure. So you can get away with a repaint. You can get away with a swap, and you not feel guilty. And having that freedom on something you didn't pay a lot for, it kind of spurs you into taking more risk and challenges to really get what you want out of it.
So what is that magic number of like how many figures you get? Like in a pre-order, like the latest wave for Mythics, how many did you get?
For the figures you love the most, for me at least, I always do 3.
Okay.
One for safekeeping, and one to kind of play with, and customize if I feel the need to. Like for instance, that Archimedes, I have 3 Archimedes, and I just keep that blank body on rotation if I want to test out new heads or just want to kind of just mess around and play with. But always keep one mint on package just in case. Also, buy some for your buddies just in case they missed the pre-order, and it happens.
Oh, that's nice. Josh?
All right, let's go into the chat. We got some stuff in here.
Wow, look
We
at
got
all this.
Machu, usually looking for custom parts that give your figures that panache.
Yeah, a little pizzazz, a little something.
Yeah. And excellent poster shop from Toy Addict. Then we got Yimbo. I don't know what he means by Armorite. That's what I was going to ask. What's
Am I right?
Armorite? Yeah.
Oh, am I right?
Yimbo.
And this Raven's Eye Studios was saying he went cheap, started picking up fish tank decorations, looking to move into customizing my own backgrounds now.
Nice.
Just have to find that one thing I'm missing, talent.
Hey, listen. Everyone here is capable of really bringing out the best in their toys. You don't have to be a Juilliard trained artist or some sort of, pro. You literally take what you got, think about what you want to do, and experiment. See what works. Practice. It's literally you're having fun doing it. You'll get better over time, and your vision will become reality. The more you mess around with it. None of us are like master painter. Well, some of us are master painters. I'm not a master painter,
Speaking
but
of paint
yeah.
stuff, what do you recommend to lessen paint rub on the handles of custom weapons?
Samurai Chris. So two things you can do. On the weapon itself, apply another layer of sealer, and for whatever figure is holding the weapon, apply some light, maybe light heat, light pressure to kind of open up the hand. If it's like a NECA figure, don't do that because it's not a good plastic to do that. But if you find yourself uh, dealing with paint rub, your best bet is to seal it on top of the paint. Even if it has sealer, periodically reseal it because with gripping, you rub off that sealer. So you might not have paint rub the first time, but the next time you do, you might see some rub. So apply some sealer every time you play around with it. Or if you just have a static display, you got interchangeable hands. Just leave one hand designated for that weapon. That way you don't have to deal with any excess paint rub. But sealer is the number one thing.
There you go, Samurai Chris. Seal it more. Midnight Stars wants to know, Detour, what is your latest custom?
Oof. So I haven't had time to really do anything this month, but the most recent thing I did was this Frost Giant custom. Machu Toy actually bought it at the Toy Con back in November. But I essentially took a Frost King bath, the McFarlane Toys Frost King bath, and repainted it and added a custom Detour head to it. Gotta find a picture and post it. It's one thing I actually didn't post, but it's the same head that I have on that Archimedes on my feed.
Nice.
That's a nice head sculpt.
It really is. And then we got Unboxing Art wanted to let us know that we could start now.
Yes.
Yeah, Midnight Stars. Do you kit bash mostly or resculpt your customs?
So when I was using Abe's epoxy sculpt and Magic Sculpt, which is the 2-part hard clay, I was resculpting everything. I remember one of my favorite projects. I took some Marvel Legends Fantastic Four things, and I resculpted all of them into Ninja Turtles.
Oh wow!
It was one of the most fun things. I would buy Abomination baths, resculpt into slashes. Kit bashing is good. Mostly I do that with Mythic Legions, but when I was customizing just regular Marvel Legends or anything I could find McFarlane, I was resculpting everything, grinding things down, adding muscle, adding features, armor, you name it. Yeah, Abe's epoxy sculpt. That's my jam. I love that stuff.
Wait, did you touch upon this? Do you have a background in art or any of this?
Not a single background in art at all. I could barely write my name legibly. So.
I mean, yeah, join the club, but I can't do what you do. I can't do what you do.
But yeah, everything is pretty much self-taught. The more and more I experimented, and again, trial and error is going to be your greatest teacher. Just try new things, see how you like it. Learn. Right now, we're in this age of information. It's so easy to just go and look something up and pick up a new skill.
So true.
Yeah, that sounds like good advice for a newbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So for repaint, what you want to do, you want to prep your figure. A lot of these figures have articulation that's really, really close tolerance. So you want to make sure you want to avoid paint rub. Imagine painting a figure real nice, hooking it up with the accessories, and then you move it around and you expose all of the underpaint. It's like, I've ruined this. And strip it down and start over. It's very discouraging. So do the legwork, do some prep, some sanding, hit it with some primer to see if you, the more you F around, the more you find out. Yeah. Yeah, do the priming and see, and give it a primer test. Move the joints around and see if there's any paint rub, and do yourself a favor and really give that extra TLC to kind of set yourself up for success. After you eliminate all that paint rub, paint to your heart's desire, And for me, I have shaky hands, so I love to dry brush. I love to have that weathered look, and it's relaxing, it's therapeutic, and if I want to get some straight lines painting wise, I'll just mask some stuff off with some tape and get my straight lines that way and do some touch up. But do what works for you. You'll find a lot of great customizers. There's Flashpoint, there's Kit Bash, there's Gonard, there's Hottest Fuzz Customs. These guys out there. There's One Oak, who's one of my favorites. Really great customizers out there that really do great work, and they even have tutorials up on all that stuff. Customizations for the Necronomicon. I'm telling you, man, I've got plans for Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we're not gonna see it until FY24.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean we can't start. So I've got bone armor and bone weapons and all sorts of bone related stuff.
Did you apply the 3 methods? So are you all in 3 times?
Yeah.
So I have to be honest with you guys. Whenever a pre-order comes around for Mythic Legions, I wait till the last day to order. And guess what happened this time around? I messed up.
Oh no.
I messed up. But I pre-ordered elsewhere. So I'm actually gonna be at the show too. So I'm not too pressed on missing out on the pre-order. I'm at ToyCon, I'm at HoloCon, I'm at Legions. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what No Chewing said too. Like, and I agree. Like, we're gonna hit the shows. We'll see them. We will see some of the wave there, so we'll get them there too.
Lord, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, and Josh, I don't know what state you live in, but I know these 3 guys are like super local, and there's no reason why we can't attack the lines together. We go.
Josh has been trying to avoid it because he doesn't want to go down this rabbit hole, but I know he will.
Oh, come on, man! Come on. Primer.
I'm kind of on board for the Cosmic already, but we'll see.
Come on, please! I implore you, sir. Please, give me a shot. You will not be disappointed.
No, I did. No Chewing got me 2 mythics, and they're really good and everything. It's just the theme is not conducive to what I shoot, so it didn't really work for me. They're cool to have. They're great figures. They did a bang up job on them. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it.
Right.
But it's just that's not for me. That's why I think the Cosmic is more my speed. So I'm gonna check those out. I got a few of those on pre-order that I'll probably get. So we'll try those out. See how it goes.
HC, I recommend. I use Krylon for sealing, but for primer, I use. Let me see if I can get a can for you right now.
I'm going to take this moment in our break to say, if you haven't subscribed to Toy Talk, please press that button. Just press the button. That's all we ask. Subscribe to Toy Talk. It really helps us pump out some great content. It helps us make sure that our audience is growing, just like some of the few new people that came to join us to talk to Detour Customs.
Yeah. So I used this Rust-Oleum 2X, specifically this 2X.
Hold on, let me get a one shot of that. Sorry.
Oh, I use that one.
Yeah, this is really good. Gives you a nice flat finish. I prime pretty much everything in black, and this is the Krylon matte finish. I also used Tamiya primer, the gray primer from Tamiya. It is the best. It's better than the black too. I mean, it gives you this test shot finish on all of your figures, and it just drinks paint. It loves paint. Oh my gosh, it's the best primer on the market. A little pricey, but worth it. Let me see if I can grab one real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Josh. While you're at it, we never got into what your venture was.
So, I got a job down at the Rusty Pig. I'm going to be stripping on the weekends. My
day
stage
shift, though.
name
Day shift.
My stage name is White Twix. So don't look for me. No. So us here Toy Talk have decided to branch out into
Toy
our
what?
own action figure line. And I think what we can share the name. We got the name. The name's pretty down, right?
I want to claim LLC first, but yeah.
Yeah, let's wait to the name. But yeah, we're talking. Right now, it's the think tank.
We got some pretty cool ideas that we'll be sharing with everybody in bits. So just stay tuned.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all for now.
And on Thursdays, Rusty Pig join night shift. Cox Create. Sorry, Steph. No, I can't, and I don't want to, but it sounds awesome.
Josh works a 6 a.m. shift, 6 to 10 a.m. You can see Josh.
No, they should be putting him on the prime time shift, Magic Mike style.
I gotta work my way up first.
You gotta pay your dues.
Steph, what did you find it?
Yeah, I couldn't find the gray, but it's essentially this brand. Tamiya color. Let's get the adjacent primer. You won't be disappointed. It's such high quality stuff. You'll spray this thing and you'll almost feel guilty painting it. Yeah, Macho brings up a good point. You can't use spray primer on foam. Let's say for you dial builders out there, if you want to build a scene, use black paint Mod Podge as an initial coating on your foam, and then you can paint to your heart's content. But never use direct spray on your foam. You can actually get away with this on foam, but if you spray in too close of a proximity, you will get some pitting and some dissolved foam if you're not there. So, but maybe you can get away with this. I've gotten away with this a couple of times, but I always like to prime with Mod Podge and black paint mix.
So let's pause there for a moment because now I'm interested in something. So you for like say a dial, you carve it up and all that, and then you prime and then Mod Podge it.
No,
or do you do that first and then carve it up?
Yeah, the Mod Podge and the black paint is your first layer. This adds a protective barrier for the foam as well as a bit of a structural boost to the foam. It kind of gives it this rigidity that you won't have otherwise. So Mod Podge, black paint first, and then whatever else you want afterward.
Good tip.
No Chewing is going to be building. He's a new Dio soon, so
yeah. I'm gonna be doing a Rusty Pig themed diorama for Josh.
You got to find that pole.
I need stage lights, like little stage lights. Like a
long way. Those are easy.
The pole's easy too. Just get one of those metal straws.
Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. Josh has obviously thought of it. Josh, any more questions?
There's no more in the chat. I think, yeah, I asked all the ones I wanted to ask.
Perfect. Now, do you guys have any more questions? No. All right. Well, if you have any more questions, just ask in the chat. Detour, I always like to do this part of our show. It's called rapid fire. So basically what we do is you give you 10 seconds to answer some questions, and you only have 10 seconds. You just got to tell us what your answer is, okay?
That's all the time I
need. All right. So some of them you already probably have answered, but it's okay. So those are going to be the easy ones, right? Mm-hmm. All right. So here we go. Favorite toy?
Play Arts Kai Warrior of Light.
Oh, okay. That you didn't say that one. All right.
Awesome. Play Arts, which one?
The Play Arts card, the Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Grail, number one grail. I'll sell everything else and leave that one just by itself. I love it.
In my spare time, which is very fleeting, I've just recently got into Crisis Core, and that's been a lot of fun. Favorite toy?
Anything Mythic Legions.
Anything Mythic Legions. Favorite Mythic Legions?
Black Knight Legion Builder.
Do you have a faction?
Yeah. What's your faction?
I want to say the Order of Ethereum is the best faction.
Nice. Chris is anything that's shirtless.
Yeah, what is that one?
House of
Bear?
Noble Bear. They're all shirtless.
Yes,
over there.
Noble Bear. Yes, Noble Bear. That's mine.
Yeah.
He's gonna get that new naughty or nice barbarian Santa to go with.
I was thinking about. I had it on pre-order, then I canceled it, and I put it on pre-order again.
Just buy it. You know you want it.
Yeah,
Just
It's
do
not
it.
coming out till next year. I got some time.
you got some time.
It's 52 worthy.
You should do a whole calendar with all your shirtless figures.
Ooh.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea. Great idea. Oh man. Saltwater or freshwater?
Saltwater.
Oh,
It's healing.
Yeah.
True.
It also burns.
Yeah. Burns so good, though. Burns so good.
It's healing me.
Superpower.
It's gotta be good, right?
Foresight.
Foresight. Explain foresight.
See the danger before it comes, so I don't get creamed out here, man.
Got it. What makes you feel old?
My son.
Yeah. Yep. What makes you feel young?
My son. crazy dichotomy you have here, but yeah.
Now, if you had to give someone who does not collect toys a gift, what toy would you give them?
Mythic Legion.
Oh, any
Oh, I
Mythic
thought-
Legion.
Is that a specific one?
That specific one, the deluxe skeleton Legion builder, is one of the most versatile Legions I've ever had. It comes with, your typical armor, but who doesn't love bones? I mean, this is such a great toy. It fits with so many different things. You and Danny, you'll agree with me. Like Evil Dead.
Yeah.
This is something he would fight.
Mhm.
It fits in so many different action figure settings. And Josh, I think, your entry figure might actually be a skeleton because you can get away with throwing one of those things in any of your scenes.
True.
The two figures that Josh has are Magnus and I think it's Volstagg, the green guy.
Vorthog.
Vorthog.
Warthog, yeah.
Josh looks like Magnus a little bit. I mean,
That's why I bought it.
does.
I picked that one up because I'm like, this looks like Josh, and then the green ogre guy is like, Josh would love this guy.
yeah, heck yeah.
They're great figures. They really are.
I use that body for the Grinch head sculpt that we did.
The Vorthog.
Yeah, the Vorthog. Yeah.
That was from Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Len and company do great work on that site, and oh gosh, that was such a great combo.
And it's great because they're so affordable.
Yes.
They can be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how much was that head sculpt?
Under 30.
It was 18
Yeah.
before discount and free ship. There was something that they were running some crazy deal the week after Legion Con, where it's like 20% off and free shipping. Yeah, we bought some.
Len is the saint. Len LaGuardia, man. He is the man. That is my guy.
Well, for those of you who don't know, in the write-up in the description, you can find all of like Detour Customs IG, but also his webpage, which I have to say, out of all of our guests, has the most professional webpage I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, stop.
It's super polished, man. It's super polished.
Thanks, guys.
So check him out. He's doing stuff. Like you said, he took 2022 off, but I guess he hasn't said, but I'm guessing he's coming back with a force in 2023. So.
Oh yeah, when's your next table? Is it Zolicon?
I'm not gonna do a table at Zolicon, but I am doing one for ToyCon. So we'll all get together. We'll chop it up. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. When is that?
I'm not sure when Joe's gonna do it. I have to check the dates, but sometime in the spring.
May 7th, I believe.
May 7th.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then are you gonna head closer my way and for ChrisCon again, or?
Hell yeah, ChrisCon was incredible last year. ChrisCon was like a dream. That con really captured, what we've been missing from New York City Comic Con for years now. New York City Comic Con it's so corporate now. It doesn't feel cool to go. I mean, not having the Mezcos anymore. It's like I don't even want to go anymore. But ChrisCon, it was so much to do. There was giveaways, there was activities. You could take
Oh,
pictures.
those giveaways all day for like 6
Oh,
hours. It was
gosh.
incredible.
Anyone in the chat, anyone here, I highly recommend Chris Con in Massachusetts. I don't care if I have to drive 3-4 hours every single time.
I'll
thing
be
was
there.
fun.
It's only
That
10 minutes away from my house.
What?
Yeah. I shamelessly plugged that ChrisCon just because it was 10 minutes away. It was the best thing for me. I was like, oh, this is highly convenient for me.
Yeah,
I'm definitely going this year. I think I've planned vacations around it.
Chris is always on a boat. It's ridiculous.
I was on a boat this last time, but it's in my home state as well. But it's about like 45 minutes for me. So
Hey, Raven's Eye Studios. Hey, send me your address. I'll send you this one, man.
what
Send me your
Oh,
address.
nice.
giveaways on Toy Talk?
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, let's carpool. Yeah, man. We could sing sing-alongs on the way. We have some snacks. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no,
That's how me and Toy Father went to ToyCon. He picked me up
Yeah.
at 4 a.m.
I picked
We
him up
started-
at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, you didn't sleep, man.
I
It
did
was
not
early.
sleep, but it was fun. We didn't stop talking that whole weekend. It was
Totally
great.
worth it. And can you believe this guy doesn't want to do it again in May? I'm gonna convince him, but
It's not that I don't want to; it's that I can't.
he said
I
no, I don't like it.
I did not say that.
He said
I said,
I'm over
let's-
toys.
I said,
I'm over it.
let's pencil. I said, I'll pencil that in.
Yeah.
Yes, Yimbo can make up some amazing jingles. That's awesome.
I'm very good at acapella, so
Hey, I was in an acapella group. Let's do it. Let's form our own.
Oh no.
Were you really?
don't do that.
Nope.
I cannot sing. I'm just gonna put that out there.
You'll be the road manager.
Yeah.
I'll be the producer.
Yeah. There you go. Just give us, songs that we can sing.
I'll handle the backstage passes.
Raven's Eye Studio, well deserved. Just ask that question. That's awesome. Thanks for your support too. And Detour, he's no joke, man. I think people are fishing. Oh wait, sorry. I just
You get my answer.
Pablo needs one of these.
Pablo, which dwarf legion build do you need, bro?
Oh man. And D Blake, he needs a jingle. The funds from the album will help raise money for the action figure line. Yeah, there you go, Josh. We'll get some money using Yimbo's jingles.
Oh yeah, no. That's why Kickstarter's great.
That can be a tier.
Yeah.
Oh god, like Yimbo's like jingle album. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yimbo
actually
will
would be
write
great.
you a personal jingle if you do the $400 one.
Yeah.
See, we already have someone that wants to buy it. Steph, I have a question. We have some time. We have some time to kill. But did you buy the Mezco Ninja Turtles?
I did. I know the price was a bit unattractive for a lot of people, but for nostalgia, for completionism, I think getting the turtles from Mezco was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And of course, the price point is rough. But whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
it was the price that was the rough part of the turtles.
I think putting up $400 up front like that is tough. Like, yes, it's tough. But you think about $100 a fig, that's not bad.
That's Mezco.
Yeah, it's Mezco. I myself bought the turtles. I did. It wasn't a no-brainer for me. I did hesitate, but I have to say this: the nostalgia pulled me in every single time. Those designs.
And they come with so many accessories and
It comes
heads.
with and it just looked, to me, it looked amazing. I think those will be my turtles.
Agreed. I have the NECA. I have both sets of it, the movie NECA, Toon NECA.
Those are great. Yeah.
7, and I feel like this would be a great opportunity to get something in the Mezco style too. I feel like, despite Mezco kind of pissing us off sometimes with the deliveries, they're great. I love Mezco.
Yeah.
Seeing turtles, I was like, oh yeah, hell
Yeah. I love that
I'm
design, that old school like comic design too. So
yeah, it's incredible, man. So yeah, that was my thing. other offerings like Fantastic Four, I struggle with. I didn't get, but Turtles. D Blake, Mythic Legion, these Mystic Legends. What are they?
Pablo came back. I don't own any dwarfs or barbarians yet. Looking forward to legions this year and hope to get some.
Hey Pablo, this is yours, man. Shoot me a message. I got you, bro. We got ZoloCon coming up, so I'll be able to replenish everything. So if you guys,
Well, shit, Detour. If you're giving, listen, I need a Mercedes Benz. Can you help me out?
hit me up on the line because we can't put it on broadcast because IRS.
Just show up at work with a new Mercedes Benz. Like Detour gave me this. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
that's
know,
what
right?
we're calling it.
I'm in the passenger seat, like, yeah, that's all right, that's right.
Art makes a valid point on those Mezco turtles.
The reporters inaccurate images of their articulation, saying that.
Yeah.
That I
Like
feel like
we can do this.
Yeah. They probably can't.
Yeah, Mezco is not known for their articulation.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
definitely not.
Like I'll give you a great example. When Bishop was first, Carl says, "Yeah, my kid is great by the time those turtles come around, man." But when Bishop was first teased, we had no idea
Yeah.
what those elbows were gonna look like, and thankfully, we got double jointed elbows. But
Yeah.
these turtles, who knows? They might be a crapshoot. You guys remember when?
Bishop's coming out soon. They charged me.
Yeah, it's coming.
Can't
out this
wait.
month. Right, it's
Some
so
local stores already got them. Steven,
Yeah,
there's
some
a
people have it
store I
already.
follow, a Steven store, comic store. They have
Mine
a
is
bunch of
not
them.
shipped yet. Mine is not shipped yet. But
Oh yeah.
can't wait for that. But yeah, it sounds like I feel like ever since Josh said something about Mezco not shipping, they like decided to ship everything.
Everything. Shot.
Like
Should I
the
keep saying
Crow.
it?
Yeah, keep saying it because I have so many pre-orders.
Yeah, Josh, can you say Mezco's gonna reduce their prices now? And,
Yes.
give out free hugs and
I'm not saying anything nice about them until I win one of their Mezco Mondays. To hell with them.
Hey, I did.
Yeah. Good for you.
Mezco Mondays. They gave me a free fig. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Was that today? Mezco
Uh,
Monday. Was that today? Did they have one today?
They have it every Monday. You just post it.
it's not
it's
not every Monday. They take weeks off between.
Yeah, but
So
you just
that's why I was
keep,
confused.
but they go back. They go back.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
post whenever. Just keep post. Apparently that's the trick.
Yeah, sometimes people post on
Tag them.
Thursdays for Mezco Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's your first thing for you, man.
All right, unboxing art. You're on my list.
Is Fastia the tree one?
No, Faustia is this 2.0 female figure. She's her armor's prominently black with gold, and she has a lot of red trim.
I think Art's only collecting one faction, I believe. I think.
Which faction is Fastia?
Faustia, is she Noble Bear? I don't think she's not Noble Bear. I forget which faction she's in, but
I'm sure
Unboxing
the
art.
she's not
Unboxing art
nice.
like the bear.
Yeah.
I'm the one I've been searching for is the described Rocket and Groot of Mythic Legion.
Faunus is what you
Honest, and was the other one? There's one that looks like a tree, one looks like a raccoon.
Faunus and Briarfight is the flock one.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah,
good.
he don't want to pay for the final the Fantastic Four set yet.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a while. That's gonna be a while.
He was only doing Arethyr, but now I'm doing whatever that
Odysseus.
was.
Odysseus is very, very good faction. It's you will not be disappointed, sir. You will not be disappointed. I would say dabble in everything. Yeah, you're right, Art. Here's from Odysseus. Dabble in. If you don't like them, worst case scenario, they retain their value to sell them. You won't lose any money.
Detour, a question for me. How many moose did you get?
I believe it's Meese.
Meese. How many meese?
It's just moose.
It's Mycin.
How do you, it's either meese, mycin, or mooses.
I ended up getting three moose.
You got 3? Nice.
Yeah. Because I pre-ordered early on. But it was such a unique and
I love it.
off the wall figure. I mean, even in terms of outside of Mythic, it was like a moose.
Yes. I love
It-
it.
It was so unique. Northern exposure to the max, man. Had to get a couple.
It made my top 5 figs of the year. I loved it so much.
Yeah, man. It was such a good figure.
So I just for people, the first time I ever met you, I have to say it was kind of a surreal moment. You know, when I went to New Jersey Con, I had my crew. It was like, with No Chewing, with Danny, with Blitzfigs, and Yimbo was there. We all had a good time. And then we decided, No Chewing, and I decided to go the second day. We weren't planning on going on the second day. And 1/6 Shooter had been in my live on day one. Well, I was in the Mythic line again the day two, and I was like holding a bunch of figures, and then this guy comes up to me. He goes, "Yo, what? You're here again?" And it took me like 2 seconds to like recognize his face, but it was Trevor. It was 1/6 Shooter. I'm like, I was like, "Yeah, I'm back again." And he's like, "Hey," and he had a box, and then he's like, "Hey, this is a Detour, and then this is a action figure Neverland." And you guys were his crew, and you had a huge box. I remember you had like a big box.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, these guys are just like no joke.
Yeah.
But it was like a surreal moment just to see like Trevor have his, like, everyone has their own kind of like toy community crew that they go to these things for and meet up with people with. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Funny story about Trevor. Because I had been in the Mythics long before I even met Trevor, and I got a table at ToyCon 1 year. This is like the Genesis, and incidentally, Trevor had a table next to me, and we were both next to the Four Horsemen. So I'm like, "Hey, Trevor, what's going on?" Because he lives pretty close to me, and it's like, "Yeah, we lucked out, man. We're right next to the Horsemen. We can buy all the Legions we want." And it just started from there. Trevor and I, we go to all the shows together. Action Figure Neverland. Pretty much anybody who's local, we try to link up and attack the lines and attack the doors and tables together, and it's always a great time. It is always a great time. I feel out of place if I don't have or Trevor or Brian or seeing you guys, seeing that familiar face in the crowd. It's like everything. It's like seeing old friends. That scene in Lord of the Rings where toward the end where Frodo's in the bed and he wakes up and he sees all the hobbits hugging in slow motion. That's what it feels like at toy shows. It's like it feels good. It feels good. So we always hit the road together.
Yeah, definitely. So you would say Trevor's your Samwise? Is that what you're saying?
I'm my Frodo. He's my Frodo. He carries a lot more weight than I do.
He's your Frodo. Okay, fair. Well, hey, unboxing art was not very far. Yes, we spent a lot of money that weekend. And check out Unboxing Art's YouTube. He's awesome. He has a great show on Wednesdays with Josh, guest starring every now and then. But state of the art, he's awesome.
And I have a photo I was gonna say I have a photo to prove that comment he said of Chris with like his 20 bags of like everything he bought at ToyCon.
Oh yeah. and I did an exaggerated smile because I look so happy. But inside I was like, oh, the money.
It was like one of those first day of school photos. Like, all right, take your pictures. Your first day of school. He's like.
And that was after I went to my car the first time. So
yeah.
Well, Steph, thanks so much for joining us. I mean, honestly, like we were so pumped, and you were pumped too. But you have really just helping people out in the chat in terms of just getting them some figures. You've truly lived up to your name as just like a really nice guy in the community. And this is what it's all about. Like we all talk about the toy community and how it's a great place, how it should be positive, and that's what we want at Toy Talk. That's who we want to bring, and you've really just embodied that through this Toy Talk. Thank you so much for being such an amazing person, an amazing customizer, and a great person in the toy community.
I appreciate you guys, man. Toy Father Josh, No Chew, and Danny. Bottom of my heart, thanks for having me, man.
No problem.
Made my day, man. My night. I'm ready to start the week and kick some tail, man. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
Ooh, lots of plugs. How Surge Protector. So again, shout out to you guys. The Toy Talk, Toy Father, No Chewing, Cox Create, Toy Addict. Follow their pages if you're not already. Subscribe to the YouTube. Hit that like button. Smash it. Check out Detour Customs, Detour_Customs, DetourCustoms.com. Hit me up if you need anything. Let's just chop it up. Let's share some moments. ZoloCon is coming up next month, followed by ToyCon. Let's hit the pavement hard. We are finally in a space where we can enjoy the cons again. So
Where is ZoloCon?
ZoloCon's in Pennsylvania at the Fuge.
Oh, okay.
We're going.
Where in Pennsylvania? Like what town?
Couldn't tell you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I got a good friend there, so
Yeah.
It's end of February, Chris. And
End of
it's during February vacation.
it is.
Throwing that out there.
All right.
Yes. Also, shout out to Window Reviews Everything. Shout out to Deep Lakes Makes.
Yes.
Shout out to PL, my man Pablo, Toy Box, just always doing great stuff, pumping out great content. These guys are incredible artists. Hit them up.
Yeah.
Smash those like buttons. Follow.
Yeah. And if you've been active in the chat, check out each other's pages, support one another like you've been supporting us. All of you have been amazing in the chat, asking incredible questions, having really funny comments, and that's why we do this, to interact with all of you and to get really good just candor out of all of you. And it's just a lot of fun for us and our guests. Anything else, Steph?
Love you guys, man.
Love you too, buddy.
Stay creative. Stay healthy.
You guys want to plug anything before we go? No,
I think
We plugged earlier. We're good.
we're good.
Yeah.
One thing.
Come back next week.
Come back next week
Hit the
because
like, subscribe, all the things every other YouTube guy tells you. Do that.
and then next week we got Machu Toy on our show. We're really excited. He's hot off his he's just grown exponentially in the past 2 weeks, which has just been crazy surreal. So we get to talk to him about that. But Machu Toy also really good with customization and just is a wonderful toy photographer, artist, etc. So join us for Machu Toy next week on Toy Talk. Detour, thank you so much. Cox Created, No Chewing, Toy Addict. See you all later, and thank you in the chat. And we'll see you next week for another episode
I don't
of.
think I said a bad word this episode.
No, it's been
Still
very
time.
clean.
Fuck!
TikTok.